Greetings, my fellow freedom lovers and sovereign thinkers. Thank you for tuning in to LO3 Podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful swampy mangroves of South Florida. And today's date is Friday, January 22nd, 2021. Hope I didn't goof on that one. Alright, yeah, I'm so accustomed to 2020, so fortunately, I didn't use notification 2020, and now it's notification, hashtag notification 2021. Always gotta keep that years going and use it persistently. And folks, if you want to share this, all my episodes, you can use hashtag demoniac resistance and hashtag notification 2021. It'd be greatly appreciated. Oh yeah, so it's interesting at times when, someone sends me something comical and I send them something and the person wants to use certain rhetoric, call them Nazis and all that, and I just laugh and talk about the road to technocracy, and they didn't like it, supposedly, but not condemning. But sometimes when people use those terms, Nazis, racist, and all that, there's so many words has been diluted. It has no value. So, I'm not here to crucify people. But, when I do my discussions, it's always trying to be straightforward and not trying to be too blatant, too blunt. But the whole thing is, folks got to learn to see the things in a bigger picture. And that's how I do things, and not try to toot anyone's horn or pick on them, anything like that. Most of the time they do. If you're a troll, then I know how to handle it. And those people, like I said, people have different viewpoints, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that. But always try to have your facts and your merits to address your opposition or disagreement, which is fine. That's how we learn and create strong dialogues. You've got to say Nazi this, Nazi that, it's which there's no merit. It's not that cool. So, but no conviction, no condemnation towards any of these people. It's just how I look at things a lot broader, the best I can, and others should do the same. Hey, I still got a lot of things I want to do in my life. So never too old to educate yourself, including myself, including me, okay? And I boldly admit it, but hey, no malice by any means, man. So I had to let that get off my chest, because some people claim as a person's a troll, and I'm like, no, it's not a troll. And the troll says, no. When I make a statement, a person's not a troll. If you're gonna continue, now you're just digressing it, and that's a no. So as I said it in good faith, but no, I'm just having nice good old time. And looks like the train's going by. You may hear that in the background. Yeah, you can hear that. So don't worry. I'm just kicking back a little bit, and decided to do a couple of read a couple of articles for you folks. And it looks like that. One moment here. There's a report that Marjorie Greene, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who she represents, what she represents here? Oh, the 14th District of Georgia. Very interesting. And she actually did an impeachment. It says here, came out yesterday from their own press release. I know newspaper reports, guys. I want to read it from her own website. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden. And as it reads here, today, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden for his corrupt actions involving his quid pro quo in Ukraine and his abusive of power by allowing his son Hunter Biden to siphon off cash from America's greatest enemies, Russia and China. Congresswoman Greene released the following statement. President Joe Biden is unfit to hold the office of the presidency. His pattern of the abuse of power as President Obama's vice president is lengthy and disturbing. President Biden has demonstrated that he will do whatever it takes to bail out his son Hunter and line his family's pockets with cash from corrupt foreign energy companies. President Biden is even on tape admitting to the quid pro quo with the Ukraine government threatening to withhold $1 billion in foreign aid if they do not do his bidding. President Biden resigning in the White House is a threat to national security, and he must be immediately impeached. The case against Joe Biden is a vast and detailed. Joe Biden abused the power of the office of the vice president, enabling bribery and other high crimes and misdemeanors by allowing his son to influence the domestic policy of a foreign nation and accept various benefits, including financial compensation from foreign nationals in exchange for certain favors. The evidence of widespread knowledge, corrupt, and collusion on behalf of the Biden family with foreign nationals is clear and compelling. As Vice President, Joe Biden was a senior Obama administration official overseeing any corruption efforts in Ukraine. Hence, any illegal activity involving corruption conducted by Hunter Biden with or in relation to Ukraine would fall under the purview of the Office of Vice President Biden and the Obama State Department's anti-corruption efforts. In fact, many State Department officials within the Obama administration repeatedly registered reservations about Hunter Biden's role on the board of a corrupt company. Thus, any instances of corruption on behalf of Hunter Biden via his role as a board member of the Ukrainian-operated Burisma energy firm were intentionally not investigated or covered up. In 2016, Ukraine's top anti-corruption prosecutor Viktor Shokin had been active in ongoing investigation into Burisma and his owner Mykola Zagachevsky. At the time, Hunter Biden continued to serve under Burisma's board of directors. According to news reports, then Vice President Biden threatened to withhold $1 billion in the United States loan guarantees if Ukraine leaders did not dismiss Shokin. After that, Ukraine's parliament fired Shokin. During his father's vice presidency, Hunter Biden built many business relationships with foreign nationals and received millions of dollars from foreign sources, seemingly in exchange for access to his father. The financial transactions which Hunter engaged in illustrates serious counterintelligence and extortion concerns relating to Hunter Biden and his family. President Biden gravely endangers the security of the United States and its institution of governments through blatant nepotism. He enabled his son to influence foreign policy and financially benefit as a result of his role as vice president. He supported his son engaging in collusion with Chinese Communist Party-linked officials. He allowed his son to trade appointments with his father and other high-ranking administration officials in exchange for financial compensation. He permitted his son to take money from Russian oligarchs, including Elena Baturina, the wife of the former mayor of Moscow. Well. And I'll be very frank, I've seen some of the material on this, what she addressed. It's been floating around. Based on the merits, this is considered a legitimate impeachment. Remember, these are claims, accusations, no bill of attainder. What happened to Donald Trump, President Trump, or Donald Trump? 2 impeachments, illegal. Bill of attainder, fast-tracked. Let's see how this thing goes. And I'm not afraid to call out Ted Deutsch. If you shoot this down, you know where you stand. You've already are bare ass naked symbolically, Congressman. Fine, you're not my congressman. You're just another number to the globalist elite. Your actions are contemptuous and unacceptable. If you don't endorse this, you just show your true nature to everyone. This is not partisan ideology, but rather constitutional principles. I encourage everyone out there on the articles of impeachment when it actually comes out, you share this to everyone you know. You go, you support principle over party? If you go for the party, tell them you're null and void. It's that simple. I'm an American. My party doesn't overcome that. My partisan beliefs. I go by principles. And even if you folks read Article 1, Section 8, talk about impeachment of the president, and of course crimes under Clause 9, the laws of nations. There's stuff like this considered conflicting. And in addition, you should read Federalist Papers 65 and 84. Impeachment and due process. And I'm going to make sure President Biden gets his due process. No fast tracking. Because I'll condemn that. So let's let you folks know. I'm not crazy. I don't never praise Joe Biden on his achievements. But he has a right for due process as well. So I want to see the balls in the House's court. Let me see how many of them have the balls or the guts or the courage to say, yes, these are cognizable. Everyone needs to take the initiative on pursuing that as well. All right, I'm going to do one more. This one came out today, and like 4 hours ago, say. Natural News did a report. Update, Antifa activist David Allen Baker arrested for plotting to murder Trump supporters, tells supporters on YouTube he received Soros money. Let's see what they have to say here. This is by the Gateway Pundit, by the way, Jim Hoft. He trained in Syria in 2017 with the YPG, was featured on Vice, and on 2020 participated in the Chaz insurrection in Seattle, per DOJ documents. Of course, Jack Prozabek broke the story Friday, and for supporter Daniel Allen Baker posted links to CNN on his call to arms to kill Trump supporters and police officers on Inauguration Day. He has been arrested by the FBI. Okay, and there's some stuff here. Call to arms. Baker, there's a link on here. So, this is from Tallahassee WCTV. Had more on the arrest. Says here, Tallahassee resident Daniel Baker was arrested Friday. Federal law enforcement alleges he encouraged violence against protesters expected to hold demonstrations at the Capitol on starting Sunday. U.S. Attorney for Florida's Northern District, Lawrence Keefe, told us earlier this week law enforcement had been working to identify threats before they manifested, trying to detect, disrupt, and dismantle any coordinated efforts to attack any Capitol, said Keefe. Baker, a former U.S. Army infantryman, took part in a number of last summer's protests against police brutality, according to the affidavit. The criminal complaint, including Daniel Baker saying he received Soros' money, and he will be offering cash rewards for information sorry about that, like my phone just flamed here. Where is it here? Trying to detect, dismantle any or connect offer to any capital, said Keefe. Hold on here. I'll just start from the top here about WCTV. Tallahassee resident Daniel Baker was arrested Friday. Federal law enforcement agencies allege he encouraged violence against protesters expected to hold demonstrations at the Capitol starting Sunday. U.S. Attorney for Florida's Northern District Lawrence Keefe told us earlier this week law enforcement had been working to identify threats before they manifested, trying to detect, disrupt, and dismantle any coordinated efforts to attack any Capitol, said Keefe. Baker, a former U.S. Army infantryman, took part in numbers of last summer's protests against police brutality, according to the affidavit. The criminal complaint included Daniel Baker saying he received Soros' money and he will be offering cash rewards for information on Trump supporters on his video. And it's all right here too, so you can read that yourself. Also, Baker also offered cash rewards to say his followers who sent them information on Trump supporters at the U.S. Capitol protests and riots. And there's another one. You can view it on Scrib. And it's very interesting here. So I'm just wondering if he's a Manchurian candidate. That's one thing. How you become an Antifa activist, right? So that's an interesting question on that. Was he a Manchurian candidate, mind control victim? Or just decide to get Soros' money? Well, I have to say, regardless, he's innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. So I'm not going to jump the gun on that, but it is very dangerous, I would say. If you're going to be in part of these movements, the truth of the matter is you're being funded by multinational corporations, including TeknoAxe. You claim to have communist ideology, you're being a bunch of damn fools. The same individuals that support the communist movement in Russia were funded by the Wall Street gang, multinational corporations, banksters, and all that. So this isn't new at all, folks. Nothing new under the sun. Okay? Nothing cool and trendy about these certain subversive movements. And some people don't like when I say that. Oh, wow, you hate Nazis? I said, I defy all forms of tyranny. I don't have to specify myself. If you don't have a clue on it, look it up. That's right. That's how I see it. Observe thoroughly. Two separate Nazis and communists have something in common. They're two different clubs, two wings from the same vulture. Okay, I'll just simplify that. Nothing new at all. Who let the cows out? You think you're going to try to overthrow us and tell us how we should think? Forget about it. Your ideology is ludicrous. You're all being played, and even the people that control you, they'll treat you as a number, expendable. Remember, folks, even George Soros admitted in 60 Minutes he helped the Nazis when he was a kid. In his early teens. All right? Just look it up. So I'm going to try to refute that with their garbage fact-checking sites, which I just laughed. Like, I took time to read. I know these things. I made sure the lips weren't superimposed. So some people are ashamed. That's the question. Was he mind-controlled? Manchurian candidate? Potential patsy? Possibly. So, it's up to him. If he takes responsibility for his actions, he knows what to do. Like I said, folks, when it comes to tyranny, I get them all equally. I don't give a damn who you are. Your little clubs, little organizations, is not going to tell me how to contemplate. Because I'm pro-liberty and I'm damn proud of it. There's nothing you can do. So, exciting times, my folks. Exciting times to be alive. Well, remember this. Don't fall for the hype of Joe Biden. Looks like he's being exposed for who he is. I know I'm ranting right now. Usually I don't do this. But I had to put my 2 cents in. I've been watching some of the videos too, and it has merit about people using more thumbs down on these YouTube channels on Joe Biden. Hey, here's the thing, folks. He's the first white privilege president in American history. White privilege exists. Go ask Joe Biden. And maybe in Hunter as well. There's your white privilege. Okay? And I'm not ashamed to say it. If people get offended, who cares? My heart bleeds. Because deep down inside, they know I'm right. And that will be it. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share this at your social media networks. If you have any questions, comments, or something that's interesting want to check out, whatever you do, please send your correspondence to the Corn. Furthermore, I'll leave the footnotes of these articles on my Spreaker page. And if you want to email me, hit me at LokiLuck03@protonmail.com. If you want to do a donation, go to paypal.me or cash.app/LokiLuck3. Support Gateway Pundit, Natural News. If you can give them some contributions too, that would be great, because everyone is in this together when it comes to putting the truth out, free speech, freedom of the press, and free to interact. That's the way it ought to be. And the hell what the Orwellian snowflakes and saps have to say. All right. Once again, thank you for your time. Plus, always remember that demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Till next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on spreading the love. And may your guardian spirits be with you.